We'll try not to overuse the word awe-inspiring, but we can't make any promises. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 natural wonders to see in 2021. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at natural landmarks and destinations around the world that are breathtakingly beautiful, epic in scale, and/or utterly unique. Number 10. Redwood National and State Parks, California, United States. Most of us have seen an impressively large tree at some point or another, but you don't realize just how colossally big they can actually grow until you've seen California's iconic forest of redwoods. To walk amongst these trees is to be in the presence of living giants. Here, you'll encounter some of the oldest living trees on the planet and the world's tallest. Known simply as the Tall Tree, the park's reigning champ is approximately 600 years old and stands over 350 feet tall. For context, the Statue of Liberty, measured ground level to the top of its torch, is 305 feet. It's not just height that makes the redwoods impressive, however, but equally their width. Arco and Melchor, two of the largest trees in the park, boast widths of over 22 feet. Number 9. Iguazú Falls, Argentina and Brazil. Why go see a single waterfall when you could see 275 of them at once? Located on the border of Brazil and Argentina, the Iguazú Falls are not only breathtaking, but also a crash course in the raw power of nature. The hundreds of individual falls average 210 feet in height and together span a distance of 1.7 miles. Collectively, the falls displace approximately 62,000 cubic feet of water per second. That's a difficult volume to mentally process, but when you stand in the presence of the falls, the immense force of it all hits you. Thankfully, not literally. Located in a national park, the lush greenery and abundance of wildlife in the surrounding rainforest only helps to further heighten the beauty of it all. Anyone lucky enough to visit will agree that one thing becomes immediately evident. At Iguazú Falls, nature reigns supreme. Number 8. Sahara Desert, Northern Africa. This destination requires no introduction. For many people around the world, Sahara is the very first name that comes to mind when you hear the word desert. The Sahara spans much of northern Africa and is the largest hot weather desert on Earth, encompassing 3,600,000 square miles of land. To put that in perspective in terms of size, that falls just short of the whole of the United States, receiving on average between 1 and 4 inches of rain annually, depending on the region. It's among the driest places on Earth. More than just sand as far as the eye can see, the Sahara is equally characterized by rocky plateaus, breathtaking sunrises and sunsets, a night sky devoid of pollution, unique treks, and the culture of the Bedouin people. Number 7. The Galápagos Islands, Ecuador. Yes, we're calling the Galápagos Islands as a whole a natural wonder, because the sheer diversity and uniqueness of its flora and fauna, all crammed into a relatively modest footprint, makes the Galápagos Islands feel like a natural miracle. A full 97.5% of this archipelago is protected land known as the Galápagos National Park. These islands might fall under the ownership of Ecuador, which does an excellent job of protecting them, but from the moment you begin to approach the Galápagos, it immediately becomes clear that the land belongs to the flora and fauna. Staggering in their natural beauty, the islands are teeming with wildlife, including a number of endemic species found exclusively here. The unique island ecosystem actually served as Charles Darwin's inspiration for his theory of natural selection, and has continued to inspire a sense of awe in subsequent travelers. Number 6. The Serengeti, Tanzania and Kenya. Ever dreamed of going on safari? This is the place to do it. The Serengeti refers to a distinctive ecosystem and region in western Central Africa, primarily falling within Tanzania and Kenya. It's home to not only a staggering variety of African wildlife, but also arguably the single most impressive movement of animals on Earth, the Great Migration. Most notable amongst the park's diverse population is approximately 1.5 million wildebeest, roughly 500,000 gazelle, and 250,000 zebras. Each year, they make a 310-mile journey following the available grazing land. Add to that beauty and diversity of the landscape, and the opportunity to see Africa's Big Five, lion, leopard, rhinoceros, elephant, and Cape buffalo, and the Serengeti National Park becomes a must-visit. In 2013, the Serengeti was rightfully named one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa. Number 5. The Amazon River and Rainforest, South America. The Amazon is home to not only the largest river in the world, at least based on volume, but is also the largest rainforest on Earth. And after seeing so much of it lost to wildfires in 2019, we find ourselves appreciating it more than ever. The Amazon basin encompasses 2,700,000 square miles of land, 2,100,000 square miles of which is rainforest. Though humans, as a species, have made our presence felt around the globe, in the rainforest, you're reminded that thankfully there are still environments that remain as wild and untamed as ever. This wondrous ecosystem is thought to be home to 10% of all known species of flora and fauna on Earth, if not more. Whether cruising down the Amazon River or trekking through the rainforest, a trip to this natural wonder is sure to be a life-changing dose of perspective. Number 4. Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The moment you dive underwater, you plunge into an entirely alien world. This is true of oceanic exploration around the globe, but few aquatic environments are more spectacular than that of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. The largest of its kind on the planet, it can actually be seen from outer space. The coral itself is stunning, but it's the colorful assortment of aquatic creatures who call it home that really make the reef shine. Unfortunately, like our previous entry, the Amazon rainforest, the Great Barrier Reef finds itself with an uncertain future. So, rather than last chance tourism, make your trip to this underwater wonderland one rooted in respect for the habitat and a commitment to an environmentally friendly approach. Given that it's home to endangered turtles, 30 species of marine mammal, and thousands of types of fish, the Great Barrier Reef's importance can't be understated, nor can its beauty. Number 3. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park, Brazil. Learning about this unique national park in Brazil usually starts with confusion. The reason? It's hard to wrap your mind around what exactly it is that you're looking at, especially if you're looking at a still photo with no people in the frame to give you a sense of scale. Located in Maranhão State, Lençóis Maranhenses National Park consists of 380,000 acres of protected land. Bordered by 43 miles of coast, the interior section is made up of white sand dunes. Though it is an intriguing environment year-round, during the wet season, freshwater lagoons form in the spaces between the dunes, with eye-catching results. Nature has produced countless sights that inspire awe, but a landscape that feels like abstract art? That's something truly special. Best of all, you can actually go for a swim in these crystal clear waters. Number 2. Aurora Borealis, various countries. If our previous entry is nature's abstract phase, then this must be its foray into multimedia projection-based art. The Aurora Borealis is one of the most captivating natural phenomena on Earth. Thanks to modern science, we now understand that this spectacular light show is the result of solar wind causing reactions in the Earth's magnetosphere. Unlike so many other of Earth's natural mysteries that once puzzled past generations, the Northern Lights lose none of their appeal for having been explained. When you gaze upon them on a clear night, you'll find yourself utterly at a loss for words. They can be seen in a number of different countries, but be it in Sweden, Norway, Iceland, or some other northern nation, you'll need to dress warm as they're only visible in high-latitude regions. Inconvenient though they might be to reach, this is one sight you can't put a price on. Number 1. Milford Sound, New Zealand. For an awe-inspiring dose of natural wonder that can rival even Iceland's dramatic landscapes, head to New Zealand's Milford Sound. Located on the country's South Island, this fjord is arguably New Zealand's most popular tourist destination. Here, you can kayak or cruise through the dark blue waters and marvel at the towering surrounding landscape of cliffs and mountains, the crown jewel of which is Mitre Peak. The epic scale of the fjord is hard to fathom until you're smack in the middle of it, at which point you feel minuscule by comparison. The entire landscape is all the more impressive after rain, when small waterfalls run down the cliff faces. Famous author and journalist Rudyard Kipling once went so far as to claim Milford Sound as the 8th wonder of the world. And we can't help but agree. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.